Another question from over here on LinkedIn: where is imaging going? Is it all going to be done in Intune? Excuse me.
No, I don't see Microsoft adding in imaging to Intune anytime soon. You have to use ConfigMgr or something else to do imaging. You need a deployment solution to do imaging. And the only one that Microsoft provides at the moment that is supported happened to be ConfigMgr. Plenty of other solutions out there, but they won't be supported by Microsoft specifically. That will be either supported by the community, in the case of, for example, OSD Cloud or PSD or even MDT for that matter, still works. Deploy R from 2Pint will be supported by 2Pint. Whatever other third-party vendor deployment solution, Tanium, Smart Deploy, and others, they will be supported by their organizations. But what's common for many of those third-party deployment solutions is they are indeed using Microsoft tools in the background. They're using components from the ADK often, not always, but often. And those, of course, will be supported. So, yeah.
Or even, as Mr. Terrell says here, USB sticks for the win. You can use good old-fashioned USB media.
You could.
That might fit into some folks' definition of fun.
Yeah, you can also use thumb to drive in nails when building houses. It's a little bit more effective with a hammer.
A little bit, yeah.
So having the right tools is usually the better option. Don't get me wrong, offline media, USB media definitely have its use cases, its scenarios. But if you're an enterprise company and you want to do mass deployment, imaging, etc., no.
Yeah.
Network deployment is easier.
Yep. But even last MMS back in October, I talked to a couple of folks that, that is, at least for break fix, that's their solution. They've got a whole bunch of USB sticks.
Yeah, this was me a few years back. Spent 2 weeks in a warehouse, copying USB sticks,
Awesome.
using it to deploy devices for testing. It was fun the first few hundred you do, but then it gets boring.
Yeah.
I wrote eventually a PowerShell script that did it, but yeah, here we are. Do
Indeed.
not recommend. Yeah, and to Terrell's comment, because obviously that was from Terrell. Microsoft is having this as an option to use a USB stick instead of a real deployment solution. And over my dead body, I'm going to recommend that for most companies. It's just not going to happen. Pick something that works for you. Imaging is not going away completely. It just changes who is doing the imaging, what solutions we're using to do imaging, how complex they are. A lot of things in the industry right now seems to be, all right, take a fairly complex OSD and dumb it down, make it simpler. All right, I get that. I don't have a problem with that at all. But going away, no. There will always be a need for something. So make sure you have something. That's going to be my final statement for this call.
I think that's a perfect way to wrap things up today.
Yeah.